The 2009 award for the adaptive reuse of a heritage building is being presented to the Banff Centre and the Sather family. The Sather family and I have been friends, certainly Glenn and I have been friends since the early 60s. And we had some discussions about his preserving this historic building in Banff, and a lot of options were discussed. But certainly what evolved was a remarkable partnership between the Sather family and the Banff Centre.
This is one of the best examples of adaptive reuse that I can think of in recent history. I mean, the fact that the only other option at this point was to demolish the building and send it to a landfill, and that's not a viable option. I think when you look at the history of Walter Painter, his influence on Canadian architecture, I mean, he designed one of the most iconic buildings in Canada. That is the Banff Springs Hotel.
The Banff Centre became involved with the move of the Sather House really when Mr. and Mrs. Sather approached the Banff Centre and asked if we might be interested. So the challenges to move the house were really threefold. First of all, we had to plot the pathway. Then, when we discovered the house had been constructed in 7 pieces, we had to bolt them together. And then when we finally got the house around Surprise Corner and beside the foundation, we had to rub the skids with bars of ivory soap so that it would slide smoothly from the flatbed truck right onto the foundation.
I think when you look at the Painter House today, one of the wonderful opportunities that arose out of this whole exercise was that it now is being used by other artists and people collaborating together to fulfill this wonderful mandate of the Banff Centre.
The Leighton Artist Studio at the Banff Centre is known as the Sacred Place. It has 8 architect-designed studios for senior artists who come to do intensive work. It was also very fitting because, of course, the house itself was designed by an architect, Walter Painter.
It's very important to note that the Sather family are only the second owners of the property. They've taken great pride in preserving and protecting the property over time. All of the renovations and work done to the house have been very sympathetic to the original vision of Walter Painter.
What I love is that we've been able to preserve the home, and we've been able to preserve some of the wonderful parts, particularly the flooring and the wainscoting and some of the original furnishings, which the Sathers generously donated as well. And I think it's tremendous for the town of Banff, for the Banff Centre, and very much for the vision of the Sathers that we've been able to do this together.